Let me get a drink to dampen my throat. mm. Mm. Keep this bit in. mm. My name's Matthew Rhodes, aka Lana Lamont. I've been a drag queen for 4 years and I started when I was 16. The name Lana Lamont came to me watching Drag Race. A lot of the queens on there, their names are made out of their favourite things, favourite artist, favourite colour, favourite song. And I was workshopping a few, and eventually I thought, hang on a sec, my favourite music artist is Lana Del Rey, and my favourite character from a musical is Lana Lamont from Singing in the Rain. And I thought, you know what if I just put them two together, and here we have Lana Lamont. The first time I did drag was in a pantomime, Cinderella, and I was the evil stepmother, and my makeup was not fabulous. My first ever show as Lana was, I reached out to my local theatre and I asked what they would think of me coming and doing a show there. I couldn't use the theatre, they said, but I could use the theatre bar, which was a decent size. So I thought, you know what, this is my first step. It's not bad, it's a gig. A gig is a gig. And that was completely free. And it went really well. It was quite interesting to kind of discover how Lana is in front of a crowd. So yeah, and then after that I did a charity show at a bit bigger of a venue, and that was quite successful as well. I did a lip sync competition, which I got a prize for being a runner up. So, you know, I've had a lot of performances as Lana, and that was all in the space of a year. Now I'm just interested in doing looks and putting them on Instagram, and I get a lot of good feedback, a lot of positive comments, and through Instagram I've made connections with other drag artists that I wouldn't usually go and talk to if it was like in person, and they've always been really supportive, and as I with them. So yeah, it's really a really good platform for that. I've even got positivity from bullies at school. The people that used to bully me now send me like messages saying, you know, being supportive and saying like, oh, love what you're doing, keep on doing that, like liking, following. It's really weird to think that before they used to like pick on me and call me names and stuff, and now they're like, yes queen, you better work, type of thing. I do occasionally get the odd comment or message that's not that nice. Sometimes I delete the comment, sometimes I leave it on there. Depends how shady it is, and if I know the person or not. But a lot of the times these comments do get to me, and they, you know, of course they get to me in person as well. Back home in Scarborough, I didn't feel comfortable going and walking out around town in drag, which I have done before. I have done that before, twice, but that was a little too much attention. as weird as it sounds, a drag queen not liking attention. No, I love attention, just not, you know, it's negative attention. It's staring, because what, you know, it's like, what the fuck is that man doing? I'm not a man, I'm a drag queen. It looks really gross, licking the glue stick. It doesn't taste bad though. It took a while to form the character, or to discover the character of Lana Lamont. It took me a while just to kind of get to know her and her personality, and also it took me a while to learn how to do makeup, like drag makeup, and it took me a while to do like everything, like with like fashion especially, drag fashion, totally different to anything that I've ever like come across. It took me a while to get all of the clothes and all the makeup that I needed, the wigs as well. I didn't realise how expensive wigs are, but they're very expensive. But I never had a drag mum. A drag mum is someone who would teach you everything that it is to be a drag queen, and teach you tips and tricks, and gives you hand-me-downs, gives you any wigs that she never uses anymore, or any heels that she's grown out of, or something like that. A drag mum is someone that teaches like a Jedi and a Padawan. But yeah, I kind of had to discover it by myself, because there wasn't really many drag queens that I could turn to in the local area. I wore makeup at school. It was just foundation, powder, and you know, I got picked on for that. I got bullied because of that, and because of how flamboyant I am. The teachers didn't like me wearing makeup either. They used to tell me off, but then I'd point to the rules and say, where's the rule where boys can't wear makeup? So my mum's reaction when I was in drag, I came down the stairs in a wig, heels, full face of makeup, and I was like, oh hi mum, and she didn't really notice at first. She was like, oh hi Matthew, hi, oh! And she was like, oh no, you're scaring me, like, and I was like, what? At the time it was quite funny, but then like thinking about it now, it's like, what? Because now she's very supportive. If I do that now, if I come down in drag as Lana, then she wouldn't be scared and wouldn't have such a massive overreaction. She'd be like, oh, you look like you could be on RuPaul's Drag Race, like. So yeah. See, me doing this is what, you know, some drag queens would do with putting it in the mouth and go like, sucking on it like a baby goat. I don't know why. I don't know why a baby goat. So before lockdown, I was having talks with a venue about doing another show and making this one bigger and better, and you know, the idea really excited me, and I was just like ready to do another one. But then lockdown happened and we couldn't do the show, obviously. So that was a bit downhearted. I was a bit down from that. But during lockdown, after about a week, I kind of lost inspiration to do drag and to even do makeup. yeah, it's quite an interesting time really, because it's like a part of me kind of disappeared. I felt like I wasn't as inspired by anything. I could pick up my phone, look through Instagram looks, or watch RuPaul's Drag Race or something and still not be inspired, which was really weird for me. I'd wake up, I'd game, I'd eat, and then I'd go back to sleep. So yeah, so it was a difficult time really. I mean, it was a difficult time for everyone. And it just didn't feel like me. And then it's weird because one day I thought, I had about 5 coffees, and I thought, right, come on now, Matthew, bring her out. And so I was like, right, okay. And I did a couple of drag looks, which didn't do too well. So that kind of, I kind of was like down about that as well. But then I thought, you know what, no, I need to keep myself inspired if I'm gonna get through this lockdown. And I gradually, whenever I felt inspired, I'd pick up that makeup brush and I'd do a look, and usually that, you know, it turned out alright. So the reason why I started wearing makeup, just basic makeup, is because I felt ugly. I was quite confident as a kid, but something happened that kind of changed that. It was I was 16 and I got raped. It was a house party and I was too drunk to do anything. I didn't even realise what happened until the end, until the day after, when I started to get my memory back. And I just felt dirty. So anyway, after that experience, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't tell anyone because he was close to the same people that I was. And the only reason why I'm so open about it now is because I don't really know him anymore. And I'm friends with different people. But makeup, it sounds very cliche, but makeup kind of helped me hide all of my insecurities and pain in a way. And it was shit foundation as well that I was using. It was orange. I looked like an Oompa Loompa and I thought I looked good. But I mean, it's just the power. It's the power that makeup has. You know, you could look like an Oompa Loompa and feel fabulous, and and you know you wouldn't care because you look fabulous even if you don't.